And we are live. Hey, what a day. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to this special show. Today, it's the Minority Report. This is the biggest stage when it comes to Tony Cloud, Gunners TV. Unfortunately, today, Deji Spores has decided to, take off today. Of course, there's a little bit of an emergency, but I would just take it that he's a little bit indisposed, because sports had a very very horror show, and I was just extremely ready for him today. But but we have a replacement, a replacement hitman, and hey guys, this is not this is not a pass over. This is not a cast off. This is a big hitter, and he's joining us on the Minority Report for the first time. I want
Yeah,
you guys to welcome Mr. Marlon Bashment. Marlon Bashment, you're welcome to the show. It's your
yeah,
first time, in it?
this is not yeah. First time. So good evening,
Yeah,
all. Good evening, all.
yeah. Good evening. You're
I'm
welcome,
sure
man.
I've got energy, but not as much as Deji. Deji's energy, like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
above the
yeah,
Richter scale, So
yeah. Exactly. Deji. I
yeah,
don't know. I usually say something about Deji. At the back of at the backdrop after we finish. There is only one Deji Sports.
only one, only
Only
one.
one Deji
It's,
Sports.
yeah,
Is such an amazing person, and he has actually helped me to grow this channel. This is a
yeah.
flagship show for me and Deji. Actually,
Okay.
normally I'm supposed to retire the shirt of this show if Deji is not coming, but I'm still feeling that you'll bring the heat too. So
Yeah,
Marlon,
yeah.
you're welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, Tony.
How's the weather down there in England?
To be fair, it's been alright the last couple of days. Even though when it gets a bit too hot, we still complain. But once it
Yeah,
starts to get grey and cold, we complain. So we can't be
yeah.
pleased. We can't handle
Exactly.
anything over here. So.
Exactly, man. Exactly, man. Marlon.
Yes.
Marlon is actually a sports fan. He's a very good friend to Deji Sports, who was supposed to be at the show today. And Marlon here is a very, very big hitter. He brings the heat also. So I'll just cut the chase and go
Yeah.
straight to the point.
Cool.
Marlon, last weekend,
Yeah.
Tottenham
Yeah.
went where definitely they are delaying against Wolves. Wolves is kind of like a boogie team to you guys. Tottenham won, Wolves 0. Can you just give me an overview of that game?
Do you know what? I wouldn't even say Wolves are a bogey team. They're just a good team. They're just to me, they're underrated. If we're keeping it real, they keep possession very well. They know how to defend. The only problem is they can't score. But when you watch Wolves against any team, they give them problems. And they always give us problems anyway. So, yeah.
Marlon, I'll cut you there before you continue with the analysis. What is all these excuses? Man, you have the same kind of energy like Deji Spores. What is all these excuses? Klopp told us that the pitch was dry. That was why Liverpool couldn't come out with a win in one of those games he played. And Deji Sports told us, different things about the Chelsea game. Now you've come onto the show, and the first thing saying is that Wolves
No, they're a
is a
good
good
team.
team.
Let's be
you're
honest. No, they're a good
actually
team.
you're actually increasing their market value. What is this?
100%.
Why
You don't think
can't
they're a good team?
sports fans just agree? Hey, we got hard done by these guys, but we came out with a lucky win. It's an
No, not
it's an
lucky. Not lucky.
excusable offense. What do you think about
I wouldn't say lucky.
that?
Definitely they had the first half, but second half we came out and a different animal. But with Wolves, you have to be on point with them straight away. Because if you're not on point with them, they will bully you and beat you. They're good. They're a good team, man. They've got technically good players, but their strikers just are not great. But they'll give you lot problems. Arsenal ain't played no one yet, so let's wait and see.
Yeah.
And you got
Yeah.
lucky against Palace. Let's be real.
No, we'll come down to that, but for now,
Okay.
let's talk about Tottenham. We
Okay.
have the big gunners are already coming into the show. Lot of the United family is a Manchester United fan. Big up. He's also a podcaster on the show. Big up, guys. And all I also say is can't wait for a great show. The United family again is saying,
Cool.
welcome to the show, Malin. Malin,
Evening.
they're all bigging
Evening.
you up, man. They already like you, man. Uh,
Evening. Evening.
yeah. And then we have the big Chelsea fans are already coming into the show. Nice one, guys. Osage Izeko. Um, Malin, I
Yeah.
wanted to be very, very objective with this.
Okay.
Technically, what really happened in that game against Wolves? Your first half in that game was such a lackluster display from Tottenham. Come on, man! You guys have a
You want my
Son, you
honest
have a
opinion?
Kane, you have a Kulusevski, you have a Kulusevski. You have all these guys. What is the problem? Why are you
Honest
guys not
opinion.
bashing guys like 4-0, 3-0? What is the problem?
Honest opinion. We struggle with 12:30 games. We struggle when it's early afternoon games. The fans are not up for it. We're not up for it. But we got the result. That's all that matters at the end of the day. We got the result. And second half, we should have scored more goals. But trust me, first half I was thinking, oh, here we go again. But we pulled it off. And let's be real again. Conte is a defensive manager, and he's not really
Yeah.
out and out attacking like that. So you only can expect what you see. But we're getting the results. I can't really complain. Can't complain. As I said, even me, Wolves.
Yeah.
I love teams that play well. So I will watch Wolves all day. Just when they play Spurs, it just do my head in. But we won. So I can't complain, man.
No, no, no. But I agree with you partially, but
Mm,
I'm just looking at the summer transfers and the players you guys brought into Tottenham. Uh,
mm.
you guys ought to be very, very competitive with your play. Your play
No,
has to be, you have to up the ante when you play against teams like Wolves, because you have completely uh, different dynamics when it comes to the choice of players you have. Man, you guys have Perisic even on that bench,
he's a baller.
a Bissoma
Definitely
on that bench.
baller, baller.
There's a whole lot of players you guys have that can actually, cost any team in and around the Premier League problem. So when I see a Tottenham team struggling to get goals, struggling in and about that midfield, and your first half was just so
Yeah, it was bad.
drab.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was just so drab. Like, what do you think caused that? Do you think it was the formation Conte was trying to play with, or something like that? What do you
I
think?
think because everyone knows how Conte plays, they set out to obviously stop it. And he can get a bit stubborn, and he doesn't really change quite quickly his formation. He changed against Chelsea, it worked, got back in the game. But with this last week and gone, he didn't really change it. But second half they got them going. The only reason new boys haven't really got into the team yet is because I don't think they understand the Conte system yet. Perisic
Hmm.
is a baller. Upgrade. Sanchez, I mean, Session was good, but he's a nice guy, man. He's too nice. He needs to be. Listen, he needs to be what he. Listen, he's a little soft boy. He needs a little slap, like wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Exactly.
Perisic
Exactly.
made a big difference at the weekend. And second half, we showed them. But yeah, we got the 3 points at the end of the day. That's all I care about.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, it's totally understandable, but your kind of play foreshadows what it's going to happen during the course of the season. There are more tougher games coming up. The North London Derby that will be hotly contested because you know what happened when we played you guys and you guys scuppered our chances of getting that final Champions League ticket. We still have that at the back of our minds, and by October, we definitely will be settling that in the heart of London. By October, I think it should be
Yeah,
either October 1st or
it's
something like
October.
that.
Yeah, it's after the
E-
international break. Yeah, yeah.
After
I
the
know.
international break, yeah, so
Yeah.
we should be facing sports, and sports will be facing other big hitters in the league. Um, with that kind of display, I don't really see Tottenham going that far. But I would just excuse that for a bit. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
What is going on with Son? I really think something is going on with Son. Um, if you okay after that game, immediately after that game, lots of podcasts. Of course, I visit lots of podcasts because I have a vested interest in lots of podcasts where I have to show up for some shows out there. Also, uh, everyone are taking turns in chopping down Son
Son.
for his displays over 2 games now. Um, he looks a shadow of what
Maybe it's too much
what he
football.
used to look like. Is
Maybe it's too much
age catching
football.
up with him, or is he just a bit just out of it?
To be
What's
fair,
going on with Son?
when Son's bad, he's bad. Like you watch him sometimes, and it's a bad game. You might as well just take him off after 2 minutes. But he does take time to settle. But when he's on fire, man. It's a confidence thing with him. But we've got additional players now. We've got players that can make that change now. Richarlison isn't technically as good as him, but I think he's more
Yeah,
hungry. He's more
yeah,
determined. He's more dirty. So just having him as a backup is good. So Son might have to hold a bench sometimes, but you can't
yeah,
knock
yeah.
Son. Son's a baller. Son is 100% a bad boy baller. 100%.
Yeah, he's a bad ball bowler. Everyone understands that. But
Mm.
when you check his antecedents and what he has done in the league, and then you check these recent displays, it's totally nothing like Son.
No, I agree with you.
Uh,
100%. I agree
yeah,
with you.
yeah, it completely shuts down your offensive display. It takes on defenders. That's one thing with him because he's such a pacey kind of guy. It takes lots of defenders, with him, drags them along the byline towards the wings, and then creates that open chances where Harry Kane can be able to just slot in those balls. But he's not actually doing that. Kulusevski wasn't even in that game totally at all, and I still have a problem with. Emerson Royo. What do you think about Emerson Royo's display last weekend? It was shocking, isn't it?
No way. No way. No way. What was shocking about his display?
No,
What was
I,
shocking about his
I,
display?
I just think he's more of a defensive. Uh, he comes with this defensive mindset. He was brought into Tottenham to be a wing back, and of
No,
course,
he won't.
he was
No.
supposed to be this flying wing back and everything like that.
No, no, no,
But
no, no.
coming
He
into
was brought in to
Tottenham,
be.
I think he's more defensive minded. Yeah, he's 6 foot tall. He could win those air balls for you, but is he really doing enough for you? Going up front, going
But
on that
he's
offensive.
remember he was brought in to be in a back four, not a wing back. So he's changing positions and he's getting used to a position. I think he's doing a good job. I just think sometimes the fans and the media just always look for a player to pick on, and I think he's doing a good job. Sometimes I think fans get too used to playing Football Manager or FIFA and just think, oh, let's buy this, buy that player. No, he's doing a good job. He's doing what he's being bought for. Obviously, he might not be good at crossing the ball because he's a defender, but he will get there eventually. He's still
Good,
young.
yeah,
I think he's doing
yeah,
good.
yeah. Now there's now the a bit of a kind of like discrepancies in what you're actually saying. Emerson Royal in the league is the second most. It has the second most displaced crosses in the
Oh,
whole of the
fact.
Premier League.
Yeah.
In the whole of the Premier League. Now, that shows that he doesn't get those diagonal crosses down to the 18-yard box. He doesn't help in your offensive play. What is he doing? What is he doing?
All right. As you got that stats there that I weren't aware of, what's Sessegnon stats on the other side? That's what I know. Do you have them stats?
No, no, I don't have that. Of course, I'm a
Okay,
Gunner
okay,
fan, but
okay.
I'm
I'm just
just
checking.
giving you
Just
the stats of
checking.
he has the second worst crossings
It
in
wouldn't.
the
Yeah.
Premiership.
It
In the
wouldn't
Premiership.
surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. But as I said, that's not his natural position. He was brought as a right back, not a right wing back. So he's getting there. So I'm willing to give him time. We've got 3 right backs. Spence is young. Doherty, I don't really rate, but I would have Emerson all day over anything we've got there. I think he's good. I just think he gets a lot of slack at the moment.
And then you've brought in another dynamics of your team right now, and we're talking about uh, Dreg, uh, the other guy that was brought in from Nottingham
Forest.
Forest.
Oh, Spence.
Uh,
Spence.
yeah, Dredge Spent.
Yeah.
What's the need of bringing a Spent when he can't even play? I heard he was.
Potential.
I heard he was at the basement playing basement football with the under 23s. Oh, what's that all about? How can
I,
you bring in someone from Nottingham Forest and you know how good he is, and then you just leave him out in the cold when he can actually have a very very good impact in the game? I don't see what Emerson Royal is doing. So
you
why
know why
can't he
you can
come
do that
in?
with Spence? You know why?
Why?
Because
Why?
Spence has only played against 3 Premiership teams. He played in a division lower than Emerson Royal. You can't bring in
Okay.
someone like that and put him into a pressure pot at Tottenham because you're under pressure straight away. He will make mistakes. It's better he learns the Conte system and does a good job and then gets into the team. He's got time. Spurs bought him because he's a big potential and they don't want to have a team to get him. That's why they bought him. You're buying, they bought for the future there. That weren't a player that you've got now to play. That was for the future. Spencer's got time. And no one can't say he's an excellent player because he's played in the division below. That's going to take time for him to get used to Premiership. Premiership is deadly, isn't it?
But we've seen him play against teams like Arsenal. He was very, very
Yeah, but
instrumental
that's
to
Arsenal, though.
Arsenal's
That's Arsenal.
demise in
Come
the
on.
FA. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Spence.
Oh,
No, no,
yeah.
no. But seriously, Spence. That was a good chip shot, anyway. But sincerely, I that was below the belt, man. But seriously. But seriously, I really do rate a Spence. You know, he's one
He
of
looks good.
this.
He looks
Yeah, he
good.
looks good. You know, he's strong. He's pacey. You know, he just reminds me of James in that Chelsea team at the backyard in London. Look,
Yeah,
but I want to see him have his
he
shot
will.
in that team because I really think he can cause damage in that team. I
To be
really do
fair, they're going
think
to
so.
send him out on loan, from what I hear. They're going to send him out on loan, from
That
what I
that's
hear.
what I'm hearing today. So, do
Yeah,
you
they're going to
think
send
a
him out.
loan move for Dredge Spence is the best thing to do to
Definitely.
him? W-
Definitely. I think they're going to do a loan into a team in the Premiership. So, yeah, definitely. You remember,
And
he hasn't played in the
you don't
Premiership.
think it would affect his psychology coming into a
Mm-mm.
big team and you have big high hopes of playing in that team and then you're now
Potentially.
shipped on loan?
Potentially, yeah. But he ain't going to get into the Spurs team at the moment. So, there's no point in him just being there just for numbers. So, yeah.
Okay, I'll just ask you a very quick question on that same Spence issue. Um, when Conte was being asked in press conferences about this Spence signing, um, of course, you know I'm an Arsenal fan. I like looking for those little frickles and fracas and those little breaks in the Tottenham Hotspur arena or wherever you guys call your stadium these days. But Conte was being asked a lot of questions about Spence, and then he said, "Spence isn't my signing; it's the signing of the club." And consequently, when they were always asking him to do justice to that same question, uh, he later, like, it was just hyping it all up, for the cameras that, hey, Spence is good guy. He's here. He's, yeah, I said it was a club signing, but I like him too. Do you think this shows any potential fracas between Conte, the Tottenham Hotspur fan base, and Daniel Levy down there at the
No,
lane?
not really. Because obviously the club will always look for future players and younger players. So I don't think it is. Conte kind of needs players now, innit? But Spurs also
Yeah,
need to have players for the future. So Conte's basically brought in players that are making an impact now, like your Perisic, Bissouma,
yeah.
Richardson. Spence is just Spurs one. But remember, we got a little bit of money to dash around. So yeah, all right.
Are you serious? Are you
I'm joking.
serious? Man, I love your style already, man. Hey, um, I'm hearing rumors in the videos
Yeah.
about you guys going for a winger or something like that. I'm hearing, I'm catching wind of Adama Traore, and some other kind of wingers. What do you think? Because I really do feel that Spurs should have, since Son is no longer firing right now, you guys really need at least a winger that can be able to take on some opposing defenders. At least just have a go at them, create spaces in the 18-yard box for maybe a Son, maybe an Hurricane. You have one of the most deadliest strikers, objectively. I'm not speaking as an Arsenal fan now. Objectively, you have
Yeah.
one of the most dangerous strikers ever in the Premiership in Hurricane. And
Yeah.
if you can bring in a signing that can be able to take on defenders, drag defenders, create those open little spaces in and about of the opposing 18-yard box, you can be able to have Sunk firing again. You can be able to have Hurricane scoring those hat tricks once again. Do you, with what you've heard in the transfer market, what do you think is the best buy for Tottenham Hotspur right now?
The thing is with Tiore, if you get him,
Yeah.
he will at least take away 2 to 3 players just because his strength and what he can offer.
What he
But
can
then
offer, yeah.
that pass and distribution might end up, Tottenham playing Tottenham might end up in Arsenal sometimes. But that's how it is with it. But
Yeah, that's a good one, man.
there's still something there, and there's potential there. I would definitely take him, even though he didn't want to come and play as a wing back. But I'll take him all day. I think he's got something there. How old is he? 26, 27?
Yeah, it's about 26. It's about 26. But of course, he doesn't look 26. I think he's a
Nah.
tick guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I have
I'll
a
take him
problem
all
with
day.
tick guys.
Yeah. And to be honest, he might
Yeah.
do well at Spurs because we're not really a team that has possession. At Wolves, they're possession based, and he will struggle because he's technically not that good. But at Spurs, he might do all right, push the ball past the man and run. So I'll take him.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I just really think that he's built in the mode of a rugby player.
100%.
Yeah. And yeah, he might have that little speed in around of him, but I don't think his delivery in his crosses usually hit the target most of the time.
No, they
and
don't. They don't.
and for someone as thick as he is, I really feel that he's not that flexible to be able to have these quick turns. Your general wingers normally have this kind of like silky way of actually making turns quickly and can
Yeah.
be able to have that straightened position where they can actually take good crosses to meet their targets. I don't really think he has that flexibility to be able to make those quick turns and get those balls across the 18-yard box. Which other option do you think will be okay for you guys on that wing side?
To be honest, because we play wing backs, I'm not even sure. I think Kulu's doing a good job no matter what. I think we've got enough players, to be fair, but Conte seems to still want more. But as I said, I'll definitely take, as an additional player, Tory all day.
Okay, good.
But I don't know if he'll be happy to sit on the bench, but yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And we all know who Conte is kind of like a very, very strict disciplinarian. If you don't want to play for him, you got problems with him, and it might lead to lots of unsettlement down there. Actually, that's what I want, because I need you guys fighting between yourselves, the fan base, because seriously, I really need those cracks to really start getting into that Tottenham team. And
if we drew or lost against Wolves, you would have seen it. I'm telling you.
Exactly, it would have blown up in you guys' faces. But with the kind of play you guys are really playing right now, I really see that problem coming in. It's going to set in, because if your team isn't pumping enough goals into the net right now, you just barely manage to scrape a draw at Chelsea, and now you're barely getting that one goal
No.
from Harry Kane.
I wouldn't say barely. We had chances
uh,
against Wolves second half though.
oh, yeah, and I know, but your strike force, which is one of the most deadliest strike forces uh, in the Premiership right now, that you can think of on paper, is not delivering the goods right now. That's what I'm saying. It's a big
Okay.
problem.
So shouldn't the
It's a
rest of the
big
Premiership
problem.
worry about that then? If they're not doing it now, what's gonna happen when they start firing? That should be what you should be
Uh,
worried about.
well, but if you're not doing it against teams like Chelsea,
What? They're a hard team.
if you cannot do it against teams like Chelsea, come on, see what Leeds did to them. And you have one of the most, on paper, you have one of the most deadliest strike forces in the Premiership. And now look at what Leeds, who are
You know,
without,
but hold on. Let me stop you there. There's a difference. There's a difference. You
okay.
see, when Tottenham play Chelsea and Arsenal, it's like the World Cup final. So these players that are rubbish, not even rubbish, they might not be good, but they will turn it up just for that game. Everyone wants Chelsea and Arsenal always want to beat
But,
Spurs,
but,
no matter
but
what.
why do
And
you
West Ham,
Tottenham
and
fans
West
always
Ham.
have
It's a fact.
excuses?
No, but
You
it's a
guys
fact.
are just
These
like Klopp.
players,
You guys are
these
just like
players,
Klopp. You have
no,
excuses for everything.
it's a fact, man. Chelsea could lose 10-0 to Wimbledon. But you see, come play Tottenham, they're gonna put steroids in their arms, everything, just to try and beat them.
Exactly.
Exactly. So it's like they like to beat Spurs and just get us fans mad. But I'm glad we got the
Exactly.
draw.
But
We didn't deserve the draw at all. But I'm glad we
but
did.
really, when you, on hindsight, if you look into that match against Chelsea, if we backtrack a bit and look into that game against Chelsea, do you really think Tottenham really deserved
No, not at all.
that draw they came out with? Do you think they
Not at all.
deserved it?
Not at all.
Not at all, right?
Not at all.
Okay, I like that objectivity. It's good
But I would
sometimes for
say
us to have.
that shows a good
It's good
team
for us
that
to
doesn't
have
play
that objectivity.
a team that doesn't play well and still gets a result. That shows.
All right,
That's what I
let's
have
see.
to react.
Yeah, exactly. Let's catch up with our comments down here. Um, yes, guys, let's have a good show. Let's have some otherworldly predictions
Nah, Deji's
from Marlon, like
Deji's
Deji.
wild. Deji
you
is wild. I'm not
Deji's
that
wild.
wild.
You're more level-headed.
Yeah,
You're more level-headed.
Deji's. Sometimes I do shows with Deji and he talks. I'm like, this guy is
This
mad.
guy's mad. Yeah, exactly. But you too, you're also bringing the heat too.
But I
You
do it
come,
slyly. I do it
yeah,
slyly.
yeah. But you're one of those kind of Tottenham fans that come at you in a very slow way. It's like a slow poison, and and when you inject it, those are the most deadliest ones. So.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens, man, because we would like to have you here on the show too, also.
Yeah.
But Ryan says here, he said, yes, guys, let's have a good show. Let's have some other worldly predictions from Marlon, like Deji. Deji came to the Minority Report, just like Deji is also is resident here with me on the Minority Report.
Mhm.
We created it together, and he came here at the start of the season, and then he said Tottenham were going to win the Champions League or the Premiership. He said this at some other podcast in one touch. I just want to know: are you
I'm
close to
worried about him.
reality?
Nah, yeah, I am. I get worried about
Are
that
you
one. So,
are you more closer to reality than Deji Sports? What do you say? Champions League
Deji's
for
is
Tottenham
no
Hotspur or the
way.
Premiership
No.
for Tottenham Hotspur?
I
I
would
just
say
want to hear you commit yourself,
we're
Marlon.
going to challenge for the. We're going to be up there. We're not going to win the league. We're
Okay.
going to be up there. Our team's not good enough. But to say we're going to win it, whatever he's drinking or smoking, maybe I need some. That let's be real, our team ain't strong enough to do all that. We've got a good squad, but nah.
Yeah.
And if we do it, I'll take my hats off to him, man. Yeah, I agree with him, but no, I'm being realistic. No way. No
Okay.
way.
Let's see what this is coming from our resident podcaster here, but he supports Manchester United. Ola of the United family, and he said something here. He says, "Where do you think Spurs will finish this season?" That question goes straight to you, Marlon Bashment.
Honestly, I think I see. My problem is, I thought when Chelsea sold Rudiger, I said they're going to be in problems. I think
Hmm.
Tottenham could do top three. Chelsea will not realize how big a player that guy is and how composed and how much he's valued to that Chelsea team until now.
Yeah.
And I think with him going, I think Tottenham will definitely get top three. I think Liverpool, Man City will always be there because their teams are strong. But definitely top three. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say higher than that because
See, yeah, there's lots of things wrong with that Chelsea team. Of course, we have to
yeah.
digress a little bit and talk about other teams too on the show in Minority Report. Uh, I I really don't see a Chelsea making top five this season. I really don't see them doing that.
I think top five.
They don't have a striker.
They don't have a striker. That's
Sterling
right.
is not firing. It is firing blanks at the time. Uh, Pulisic isn't cut it again.
He
Personally,
does.
that's
Yeah.
what I feel. Kante is injured. Koulibaly is off. He's taking a quick holiday. That's what the Premiership does
Oh
to
yeah.
you. It
Yeah.
humbles you, right?
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
a red card, at that game
Against
in Leeds.
Leeds.
What
Yeah.
are you doing, Koulibaly? What are you doing? When you
Frustration.
look at
3-0
that
down.
signing, Marlon, when you look at that signing, Koulibaly, it comes in, it becomes an instant hero. He scores a very, very good scrimmer. uh, you know, uh, he gets that heroic status at the start of his Chelsea career, and then he turns up at Leeds. He gets mugged off the pitch when they showed him a red card. Do you really see Koulibaly as that ideal signing right now? Now that he has that kind of like mixed kind of like feeling towards him, because right now they all know that he can rake up red cards right now. They
I think
know
he's a
that he
good.
can
I
rake
think
up
he's a
those
good
red cards.
addition. I think it's a good addition for now. He's not for the future, obviously, because of his age. But I think it's just like a stopgap. But to be honest, Silva's old as well. They've got quite a few old players. There is a few
Yeah,
problems at Chelsea. They might get it right, but hopefully not this season. But it
hopefully
depends who
not
they.
this season.
To be fair, they're spending the money again. They're going for the Everton player as well. They're going for a few players. So let's see. They need a striker, like an out and
They need
out
a
striker.
striker. Yeah,
To me, they
yeah.
should never have got rid of Lukaku. They should have played to his strengths. If they played to that
Exactly.
guy's
They
strength,
should.
he would have been
I,
firing. I don't know
I
what's wrong with
had the
these
same
teams.
talk with Osage Lee Izeko. Is is part of our team here, and he talks more with about Chelsea because he's a Chelsea fan. And I told him, hey man, Chelsea doesn't have a number 9 striker.
They don't.
Why using Sterling,
And Havertz.
who's typically a winger in everywhere he's played?
And
Liverpool,
Havertz ain't
Chelsea.
even a striker. Yeah.
Exactly. Even Havertz isn't a striker, and
No.
it's creeping in. It's showing because the goals aren't coming.
No.
They now rely on midfielders to get them one
Score
or two
goals.
goals. They're not relying on a wing back. The
And
wing
now they're
back
letting in
powers.
goals.
Exactly,
They're letting
and
in goals
then
now.
letting in lots of goals. How can
Yeah.
you go to Leeds and ship out and ship in 3 goals? I really wish it was Tottenham shipping all those goals. But let's come back to Tottenham Hotspur
Sorry.
with your
Yeah.
defensive display. I think Romero should be coming back. Do you think that will bring back stability to your defense? I heard he's coming back from injury.
Our defense ain't too bad. I think we've got a decent backup in Sanchez. Yeah, he can be a bit of a panicky guy, but he's a good addition and he's a good squad player. But Romero, brilliant player, dangerous, and he could be a bit of a madman as well. But I think Tottenham have got these fiery players in the team from South America. You've got Bentancur, you've got Romero, you've got who
Yeah,
else have one? Richarlison.
yeah,
They've
sure,
got a few
definitely.
fiery characters in there that are not going to take no nonsense, and we needed that. We need some no nonsense players on our team, and I think we've finally got that now. We're not going to be no easy pushover. We've got a few madmen in our team, so yeah.
I actually found fault with Dyer. Dyer isn't even. I
Yeah.
think he's guilty of some kind of like
He's got
lackluster
better.
play. lackluster play in that Tottenham
Yeah.
team, and it was all laid bare in the first half for everyone to see. Those diagonals coming up from the defenses, because sometimes Conte likes to mix it up a little bit
Yeah, yeah.
and try to allow his defenders play from the back just a little bit, and throw those diagonals, out, from your 18 down to the strikers, like for Kane to get it, for a Song to get it. Those balls weren't coming in. If you were Conte next weekend, do you think you would give a shot to Langley to come in and, and
Not
and
yet.
and show something different? Because
Not yet.
I don't think you should be confident about Dyer. What do you think?
No, you have to start Dyer, because without Dyer there, our back three will go missing. He's the composure, he's a leader, in it. And to be fair, his distribution for Spurs is quite key. It's very good. With Langley, he's coming from the Spanish league. He might get torn to pieces in the Premiership, because that's his constant. See, in England, other than Man City, every team just runs at you.
Why would you buy a player? Why would you see these players you guys brought in are players that should come to help you? They should come to help the team. So what's the need of putting him on the bench and your defenders are not really helping play?
You know why?
What is this?
So Conte can look at the bench and say, all right, he's better. Last season, he looked at the bench and looked back like, I ain't putting none of you lot on. Now you can look at the bench and say, you can come on for this. We've got a decent squad now. That's the only thing now. Langley, I don't know. We have to wait and see how he does. But to be fair, he's a replacement for Davies. When Davies starts
Davies, exactly.
Even let's be fair, Davies and
even Davies is
exactly.
a bit off. Even you know that, right?
Yeah,
Davies
exactly.
is a bit off, Yeah, exactly. I really think if you meet a Manchester City at this time, you might have a good run for your money. I'm not saying that Man City will beat you. I'm just saying that you guys will have, there'll be a little bit of,
No, we'll sit back. That's all we do against Liverpool and Man City. We sit back for like 99 minutes. Even though the game's 90 minutes, we just sit back and try to hit on the break. It's not the best football to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible football. But
it's terrible.
But let's be real.
Right?
They got all the best players, so you can't really knock Man City. You can't.
Well, but this season, see, man, Nottingham Forest. You see, one thing with this new teams coming up from the Championship into the Premiership right now. Man, these guys are not coming to play. They're ready to scrap. Like, they're all scrapping at all ends. Look at Nottingham Forest. These guys are ready for a scrap. They're hungry. Look at Fulham. Look at what Mitrovic is doing everywhere. These guys are hungry.
Wait till the 11th and 12th game. Wait, let's see. They're hungry for 10 games. Then reality starts to kick in, and they'll
start to kick in, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You raise a very, very good point.
Yeah, they always look what Brentford done to Arsenal, like the first game, or second game.
Last season, right?
Yeah. Let's not get too excited.
I just wanted to get that correctly.
You don't do look all right. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get worried.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for a few injuries, and I'll see what they're really made of.
Well, we're coming to that. Your next game is against Nottingham Forest, and you go to Nottingham Forest. You go to their home. What do you think, man? I'm just waiting for you lot to make that mistake and say we're going to Nottingham Forest to bash them like 5-0. I'm waiting for the homie that would say something like that.
I just say go there, get a win. I don't even care how you win. Just go and get a win.
Okay, let me take some comments and then you tell me how you guys are gonna get that. Let's take some comments here, because I don't know, man. It seems they like you here, man. Where do you think Spurs will finish? He has answered that question.
Yep.
Tony, what do you expect? Laughing out loud. Marlon would definitely defend all Spurs players.
Not all.
Okay. Osage says again, Tony, why are you stressing on Chelsea versus Leeds? See, Tottenham faced Chelsea. This was an eye opener, because I really thought that Tottenham would really do a number on Chelsea on the day, actually,
Oh, did you?
because of their. Yeah, that's what I
No
thought.
way.
See, man, you guys fail to understand that you guys have a ferocious front three on paper. If you, anywhere you go to in that league, they should technically be very very scared when they face a Tottenham team.
All right.
Man,
Hold on. 1 second. We've got a
yeah.
decent front three, yeah. But if you're not getting a service or delivery, your front three could be as good as whatever. But from you're not getting the service what you need, you're not gonna look good. And I don't think our team, if our wing backs don't do a good job, we struggle because we play for our wing backs. Because
So you're
Højbjerg,
admitting that you have problems in your midfield, right?
yeah, Bentancur and Højbjerg are not, they're not really good. And we rely on Kulu, but he's a front three anyway. Kulu's a key
Kulu
player. When he's on, now he's a baller.
is a key player. He's a baller,
Bentancur
but
and Kulu,
with recent
they changed.
performances, it is lacking in that speed.
No, he's not a speed. He's not a speed merchant though. No, 100%.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. He's not just up to scratch. The way he performed last season, he came in with Bentancur and they set the league alight. Last
They
season.
got us Champions League. Those two made the difference.
Yeah, but you have to carry on those performances from last season
That's true.
to the
It's
new
still early,
season, right?
It's only been 3 games. It's early. 3 games.
Well,
But I see the thing with Arsenal fans.
if
I've got to
Arsenal
get to
won the
realise-
first 3
Hold on.
games of last season, we would at least have gotten a Champions League football. So there is no basis for you to say.
Hold on. Remember,
Yeah.
Arsenal played like 40 games all season, cups, everything. You remember? You don't got knocked
Yeah.
out, everything. So you don't played like twice a month, while every other team played like 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 games a month. So you don't had time to.
You really want to take that shot at Arsenal, right? I'll give you that chance after we
only a
finish
fact,
with
though.
some comments here. We had a bad day at the office, typical in EPL. Yeah, of course. And Amy Baba, you're welcome to the show. I am looking forward to the Not London Derby. I need a responding revenge. Man, Marlon, seriously, I can't wait. I'm seriously waiting for that Not London Derby. I need blood on that day, like good blood, not bad blood, but good blood, I need it drawn, man, because what you guys did to us last season, denying us that Champions League,
Yeah.
it
felt
broke
good,
my
innit?
heart.
Yeah, you not done that to us a couple times.
It
so
broke
felt
my
good.
heart, Yeah, I'm sorry to break down like this, man. But it break my heart. It's just like your girlfriend just looking at you and looking you right in the face and just squeezing your heart right in your face. Like that was the feeling I had when Tottenham was doing that shit to us, and it made me I felt so emotional, on the day when Tottenham did that to us. So
not even Newcastle game. I thought the Newcastle game would have made you more emotional. The Newcastle game.
But there's nothing that's painful. There's nothing that's painful when Tottenham comes home and just rub it down in your face, and you see all the fans yapping everywhere. It hurts. There's a special kind of hurting and kind of process an Arsenal fan would actually go through, within those situations. But let's keep moving. We have some comments here. Oh, Benny Ridwan comes into the show. These are top gooners. Hello, fam. Happy to join the discussion. Elbow cough.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I am looking forward to the Not London Derby. I need a responding revenge. Prince Itam comes into the show and he says, Alba to Chelsea, still likely. What do you think about that Alba Aubameyang to Chelsea?
I think he should stay in Barcelona, personally. But then if he must be getting good money to go Chelsea. So if he goes, I'm sure he'll score goals. But that's another short-term fix. How old is he? 33?
That's a short-term fix. Yeah, I really do think so. But do you still think he has those goals in him in the EPL?
Yeah. Aubameyang's a baller. Come on. Arsenal should never have got rid of him. But I know they got rid of him not for football reasons, for I think attitude. But
even for football reasons, at the time, at the stretch, At a stretch, he didn't score goals, man. At a stretch, he
Oh,
didn't score goals.
after he got his big contract, yeah, he stopped playing. That's
Yeah,
what you
after
lot do now.
yeah, exactly. He got that big contract. He was all right, guys. See ya later. I'm off on vacation. I want to go around with my supercars in and about London, and he just forgot his shooting
Hold
boots.
on. One
So
second. 1 second. I've
yeah,
realized what you just
yeah.
said there is what the media say about him. Because he's driving his cars and he's a materialistic person, you shouldn't judge someone for that over their football skills. Because if we're being real, with his football skills, he's good. But let's not judge what he does outside of football. He can do what he wants in it. But let's not follow the media narrative. They always seem to be getting onto certain players when they do certain things. I don't really like that. Still, to be fair, that's just
Yeah,
my
yeah,
humble opinion.
yeah. Man, I share your pain, man. I share your
Yeah,
pain, but
yeah, yeah.
he's a flashy guy, in it.
Oh, 100%. Of course he is. Why not? Man lived a rough life, and now he's got
You
money.
know,
Do
yeah,
what you want,
yeah,
man.
exactly. Yeah,
Uh,
when that little cheese come in, you just have
yeah,
to,
exactly. Do what you want.
yeah. Ryan say something here. Manchester City 1, Liverpool 2, Liverpool 3, Arsenal 4, Tottenham 5th,
Nah, he's mad.
Newcastle 6th,
I'm
Chelsea
glad
this
he
year's
mentioned
top
Newcastle.
6.
I'm glad he mentioned Newcastle.
do, do, do,
Newcastle are going to be a problem.
do you think
Telling you.
this do you think this does justice to that top 4, top 5, top 6 narrative, Marlon?
I think, no disrespect to Ryan, he's getting a bit carried away with Arsenal because they won pre-season, and you haven't played no one this season. Come on, let's be real. Let's be
Okay,
real.
okay, okay.
You
You want to
look
poke the
good.
bear? You want to
You
poke
look
the bear?
good,
Let's go
but
into
you
the bear.
haven't played no one
Arsenal. Let's
with
talk. Let's talk
significance
Arsenal.
yet. You haven't played no good team yet. Palace battered you lot. You just got lucky because Vieira was their old manager. He told his players to shoot down to Craden and Surrey instead of scoring in the net. So let's keep it real.
Are
You
you
look good. I
serious?
agree with you. You look good. But
Are
when
you
you don't play a
serious?
decent team, let me see. You're
Marlon,
going. You've.
Marlon, you want to
God,
take that shot? I'm gonna give you that shot.
God.
Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah.
Arsenal
No
Football
Champions
Club
League in
is
it.
the
So
only
not yet.
club. No one has played European football. It's the first 3 games. Let's be very objective here, Marlon.
Okay. Yeah.
First 3 games of the season, Arsenal pulled 3 wins, 100%. We've only shipped 2 goals in the whole season.
Who have you played?
We're top of the league. Can you believe this?
Who have you played?
Can you believe this?
Who have you played?
Marlon, I'll let you bite the humble pie right
Who have you
now.
played?
Who
Who have
is
you
top
played?
of the league right now, Marlon? Just give us that
Okay.
answer.
Arsenal.
Ju-
But who have you played? Crystal Palace.
Do you know how good that feels coming from a Tottenham fan? Do you know how it feels when
That's
you
fine.
say Arsenal is top of the league right now
But the league
from
is
an
not
Arsenal fan?
over. The league is just
Like
started. It's not over.
I feel good,
It's fine.
and
You
I'm
can-
feeling good.
we just need to save these 3-week videos for when it comes to Christmas or even after Christmas. I want to revisit some of these videos and see Arsenal fans all depressed in mental homes and stuff like that. They're all mental institute. They're gonna be losing their
Okay.
marbles.
In mental home and stuff, right? Our mental breakdowns, and then we start calling for our better out. But come on, man. Come on, man. This season, let's say, but let's be serious here. A bit. Man, I love this show, man. You're a nice guy, man. The more I want to get into a confrontation with you, the more you just dodge it. Look, and you do it in a very humble way, man. I'm very sure that everyone in the show loves you already. You have to come and do this again, and we'll place it on repeat.
No, definitely.
Marlon, Arsenal is on 100% record in the whole league. You can imagine that. We've only shipped 2 goals. The amount of goals we've been able to get this season is the same amount of goals that were shipped in our first 3 matches last season. It's just good I give you this statistic so you because I don't know if you're Jason Bourne right now. Maybe you're having a little bit of amnesia. So I just need to, rub those statistics around you, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, those 9 goals that the kind of goals we have now, or the number of goals right now we had, was the same amount of goals Arsenal shipped in our first 3 games when we played Brentford, Chelsea, and Manchester City in our first 3 games last season. Now we're coming to this season, mostly after all or nothing, when we're totally down and everything in and around the club is just reeks of negativity. And then you come into this season. We go to Crystal Palace, then in all ramifications, we go there, we get a 2-0 win in Crystal Palace. Even if people don't want to give us the credit that we deserve in that Crystal Palace game, we came out 2-0 winners. And then this past weekend, we got a 3-0 win in Bournemouth. Objectively,
no, sorry, hold on. You meant to say the mighty Bournemouth. That's what you meant to say.
I'll come to that because I really need you to talk, and I won't interrupt you.
God,
Marlon, with these 3 games, 100% records, the kind of goals we're scoring, and Gabriel Jesus in that team, honestly, give me your own criticism. Like, I really need an objective eye here from a Tottenham fan.
Honestly,
what do you think about this Arsenal team? I won't interrupt you.
No, Arsenal. I'm being fair, honest. Arsenal look good. They look very good. They look good in pre-season. I didn't think they'll carry it into the season, but I didn't look at your fixtures. But if we're being honestly real, I'm being honest. You haven't played no good teams. You haven't.
Talk the talk, Marlon. Talk the talk, Marlon. United family, shout out to you. He says, talk the talk, Marlon.
Yeah, that's true. You haven't played no one well. I even got a funny text the other day. Oh, who's top of the league so far? And I was thinking, what are you talking about? From an Arsenal fan. You don't need to calm down, because when the crap hits the fan, you lot are going to be twitching and acting nuts when you play some good teams, because you lot are still in pain from last season. And you see this all for nothing documentary that came out, because it was all for nothing. It came out. It was a good watch. You don't look good, but this tone it down. You look decent, yeah, but you haven't played Tottenham, Man City, Liverpool, Newcastle again. Remember what Newcastle done to you? You haven't played top teams yet. So once you played them, and you maybe put up a good fight and you get some decent results, then I might take you serious. I don't take you serious yet. You play Bournemouth. Me and you could have played against Bournemouth and scored. You know that.
Wait. Are you serious?
Me and you against Bournemouth.
Bournemouth that beat up Aston Villa. So now they're Aston Villa. They're ordinary right now, right?
Aston Villa. Okay. Where's Aston Villa this season?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying
as well.
I'm just saying.
You kind of put Aston Villa on a pedestal that they should not be on. They're not that good this season. So no, but Bournemouth just came up. Come on, they've got like 2 fans in their stadium
that can create chances and on a good day they can.
In Bournemouth.
No, I mean Aston Villa. Villa has the kind of players that they can really hit you in that 1-2 counter and.
You're clutching at straws now. You ain't played no one yet. When you not play a good team, then you lot can come back and chat. Arsenal fans needs to calm down. Enough's enough. You man are getting tired.
Hey man.
And the thing is, I see so many Arsenal t-shirts now. I'm like, what are you lot doing? You lot have been in hiding for so many years. You're going to go back into hiding. I'm giving you about 2 more weeks, and then I'm going to see the roads back to normal.
Okay. That was a good one. Okay. Gabriel Jesus has come into that Arsenal team. He played in Manchester City till date. Since when we got Gabriel Jesus, I've been wondering, what the hell are they smoking down there in Manchester City?
They're crazy.
How is this guy not in that first team Manchester City? Why isn't he there? Good and okay, they've made that mistake. Totally understandable.
They're going to miss him and Sterling big time.
Totally understandable. Let's move on from that. So Manchester City made that mistake and they sold him to Arsenal. We know of the old connection he has with Arteta. Good and okay. He comes into that Arsenal team. He wants to be the main man. In
Yeah.
Manchester City, he was not that main man. He wanted a team that really loves him. You know that kind of kid, that kind of like second born kid that wants lots of love from the father, but the father gives the first son, that love, and the second born is just saying, "Hey, guy, please just give me that love. I need that same love you show in the first son." That's the position Gabriel Jesus have been in his whole career in Manchester City. He just wanted that love. Now he comes into Arsenal. He's been showed love. He walks straight into that team, slots in nicely, goes into preseason, destroys teams like Sevilla, Chelsea, goes to Everton, does his thing down there, get, get some couple of doubles, get some couple of hat tricks on the preseason, banks 2 goals in the Premiership, helps our offensive play. He's even a good dribbler. Good. Let's leave that alone. Marlon, do you think that Gabriel Jesus is that guy that would give Arsenal 30, 25 to 30 goals this season? How would you rate his play, his gameplay in an Arsenal shirt?
20 to 30 goals. He's going to score a lot of goals. He's been good for Man City. Man, as you said, Man
You
City.
heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. Marlon Bashment has already admitted that Gabriel Jesus is going to get those 20 to 30 goal
No, he
mark.
could
So let's
easily,
hold him responsible for that.
easily. He's an excellent player and he fits Arsenal system. I just think. I hope he's not the missing piece that you don't need. But he's going to make a big difference. The guy has got skill. He's strong. He just won't appreciate at Man City. Now he's at Arsenal. He's the man. He could turn up late. He doesn't even have to go training. He's getting in that team because your team's not that good. I'm just saying. But but he no. But he's gonna start.
Must you rub that in, bro? Come on, man.
To be fair, no, he's good. He's an addition Arsenal need. And even is it Shevchenko, the wing back you got from Man City?
Zichenko, yeah.
Another
We'll still
good
talk about
addition.
that guy.
You've got good
Absolute
players in that
steal.
team now. You've got
Yeah.
good players, and to me, your defense has always been your strong part. But I just think now you need someone instead of Xhaka in there, and you're going to be a dangerous team. Arsenal's a good team. I'm not gonna lie. I like watching them again. That's what's scaring me. I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch Arsenal looking good, but you look good. That's what scares me.
Exactly. and you can just see the impact. You can just see the impact of Gabriel Jesus. He comes into
definitely.
that team. He comes into that team. He's scoring goals. He gains the respect of other strikers. He gains the respect of other team players. Now they know, hey, we have a main man we can look up to. Now, Arsenal have not really gotten that striker over the years that could actually dribble. If you check our strike,
Aubameyang could.
he couldn't dribble. He was good with the ball. He was pacey, speedy, but he wasn't a dribbler. He wasn't a dribbler.
I get what you mean.
Of course, you can argue about his goal tallies. He caused lots of goals, definitely, but he wasn't a dribbler.
Okay, fair use.
For the best part of at least 20 years, let me say, I'm adding Thierry Henry into this narrative because he could have that one or two, dribbles here and there. Arsenal hasn't seen a dribbling kind of like center forward in over 20 years. Apart from Thierry Henry and maybe Beckham wasn't really a dribbling kind of, striker. Something like that. Arsenal has a chance with this guy because when you could see what really happened in that first goal against Bournemouth. He just had that dribble. You saw that first goal.
Yeah.
This is what see.
He took out like 3 players.
Like three to four players, and he just shoved off. When when you're a Broad Street bully. He bullied out one midfielder, from Bournemouth. He just bullied the guy, pushed him off.
Remember, it's Bournemouth, isn't it? It's not.
Yeah,
it's not Tottenham, Man City, Liverpool. Remember?
But this is the Premiership, right? This is the Premiership. If you give a chance to these guys, they'll rip you off.
True. Yeah.
I'm telling you, this is the
Yeah.
Premiership. There's
Yeah.
no small team. Come on, man. You're going to face Nottingham Forest at home
Yeah.
at the Community Stadium. I'm gonna see how. I'm very, very interested in that game. I would like to also maybe me and you will have to talk about that game because I really think that Nottingham Forest
It's not going to be an easy game.
it's not because they're always running at you. They're
Yeah.
always running at you. So it's going to be a very interesting one.
We just
We
need
have
to
to check that
quieten the
out.
fans. We just need to quieten the fans down, and then we'll be all right.
Okay. After we take the comments, we're going to talk about Arsenal's defense. Of course, you know Dyer, Davis. You can't really trust them. They have problems here and there. But we'll talk about our own defense, Saliba and Zichenko. I'll let you do the honors in that. But let's take some comments. Newcastle sixth. Osage. I really do think that Newcastle is bringing the heat this season.
And
Uh,
they're looking to buy that guy from Real Sociedad, isn't he?
yeah,
The
exactly.
Eritrean guy.
Rodriguez.
No,
I
the
think it's
Eritrean
what.
guy. Oh, I forgot his name. Isak or
Oh,
something.
Isaac. Yeah,
Yeah.
Isaac. Yeah, Isaac. Yeah, Isaac. He's Swedish. He's a Swedish
Swedish.
dude.
He's
Yeah,
Eritrean, but he's Swedish. Yeah.
but Swedish. Yeah, and he scores goals. He's a good player. He's a good
Yeah.
player.
Talented.
I think.
Talent.
Yeah, he's a talented guy. Where do you see Malin? Honestly, where do
Yeah.
you see Newcastle this season? Where do you see them?
They're
Because
gonna be a
after
threat.
that game against Manchester City,
They're gonna be a threat. They are a threat. And that guy they bought from Leon, that midfielder, is a baller anyway. They're just
yeah,
taking the time to build a steady team, but they could make Europe. Definitely. They're a good team, man. Eddie Howe is a very good coach. A lot of people don't rate him because he's an
and
English
very
coach, but
underrated.
he's a very good coach. So he's coaching his team and they've got a system. So they're going to be a threat. The Premiership is a hard league, man. They're
Yeah,
decent
yeah,
teams.
exactly.
There's
It's
decent
just
teams.
that when you
Not
start
Bournemouth.
saying Bournemouth,
Not Bournemouth. No, but come on, Bournemouth have pants, man. Let's be real. They're going down. I bet you now they're going down. They're going down. You said they got
okay.
decent players. Who the hell is in that team? Like, no one knows on their players, but they're going down.
Now listen to
We know their
Ryan. Now,
manager, Scott Parker.
yeah, Scott Parker. Well, okay. Yeah, I have my reservations, but I wouldn't say it on YouTube so they don't
Yeah.
ban my station.
Yeah.
So we have something here from Ryan. He says, "We smashed Palace and Liverpool couldn't turn them over." What do you say to that? I'll allow you to do those honors.
Liverpool had 10 men. Crystal Palace had like 3 shots all game.
Man, that
I'm
was
giving you
weak.
facts.
No,
I'm giving you
but that
facts.
was weak,
That's
man.
facts. That's
That
facts.
was
That's facts.
weak.
That's facts. Hold on. That's 2 facts I gave you. I remember Diaz dribbled past about 20 man, all right, maybe 4, and still scored a goal to make it 1-0. Palace. No, man. Liverpool. That's a bad comparison, man. When you don't play Liverpool, talk to me. When you don't play the big boys,
No,
big boys,
no.
talk to me.
But wait, yeah, Malin. Crystal Palace took points off the top 3 last season, including
And
you.
us, yeah.
Yeah, including you. So it comes as a shock or as a surprise that you don't rate that team.
I never said I
Why?
don't rate them. I never said I don't rate them. I never
Yeah,
said
then
I just said
why is it that we beat them and you're trying to play down that win?
no. I said Palace bad
And
team.
even Liverpool
Palace had
couldn't turn them
Palace
over.
had chances. Palace had chances against you though. If you watch back the game, they had chances. You lot done good for 20 minutes. After that, you lot are just lucky. If we're being real, if you watch back the game, they had more
Okay.
chances. But it's still
Okay.
early doors. Let's see. Early doors.
Okay. I can't
Let's
wait
not
for
get
your
too
game
carried
against
away,
Crystal
Goons.
Palace. You know
No,
what goes
Palace.
around comes around, right?
Listen, London
you
derbies.
ever heard that saying, man?
All London
Whatever
teams
goes
wanna
around
beat.
comes around, man.
All London teams want to beat Spurs. That's all it is.
All right then. I can't wait, man. I can't wait for you to eat that humble pie, man. I need to look you right in the face for you to just eat that humble pie. United family, Ola says, talk the talk, Maron. Marlon, talk the talk.
It's all right, man. They're gonna end up all upset. Let them carry on.
Exactly. Okay. These Arsenal fans are getting carried away already. Do you really
Facts.
think Arsenal fans are getting carried away, Marlon?
You got carried away from preseason because you lot won a couple games in preseason. You lot were gassed. Now you beat Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace, yeah, Crystal Palace. Okay, you beat Leicester. All right, they won the league,
Yeah.
but they've got a few problems. And then you beat Bournemouth. You lot are piping up over Palace and Bournemouth. Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
That's all
I
got
need to
say.
have you on the show, man. I need to have bro. I need to have you on the show most of the time, bro.
As I said, I know Arsenal fans are hurting because they didn't make Champions League. Told you, it's for the big boys, isn't it? Champions League
Yeah.
is for big teams, big stadiums, like and nice. Come on, it's for the teams that deserve it. You lot,
oh my god,
didn't deserve to be. And imagine you lot in Champions League. You lot wouldn't represent well. Come on. I'm only messing about there, but anyway,
it hurts, bro. It hurts.
Nah,
man.
you know why? Because
it hurts.
we might get a mad Champions League draw, and then I might be twitching in the mental
I think
hole.
that draw is coming up on Thursday, right? Isn't it tomorrow?
Yeah, I think it's tomorrow.
It's
Friday.
tomorrow. Yeah. No, on Friday.
Tomorrow?
It's on Friday.
I think it's Friday. Yeah.
It's on Friday because Arsenal have a draw with the Europa League on Friday also.
Oh, you're not in. Oh, you're not in Europa or conference.
My God, are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my God!
Oh, you know what? You know.
Oh my God!
Is it Thursday?
Oh God, protect us! Oh Lord,
the Champions League. No, the Champions League draw is tomorrow at 5:00. So you lot can just watch and admire.
Okay, now let's go to the Premiership fixtures. For the next Premiership fixtures. Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest. Objectively, where do you see that match going? What's your prediction for that match?
I'll go 2-1 Tottenham.
2-1 Tottenham.
Yeah, it will be a struggle, but I just think we're gonna win it. I don't really care how we win it. Just win. I'll go 2-1.
Who are gonna score that? Who are gonna score those goals for you?
That's a hard one. Between Son, Kane, and Kulu.
Okay, interesting. So you think Son is gonna shake off that rust a bit, right?
Yeah.
In this match against Nottingham Forest.
Even when he's not on form, he'll still score. He scores goals, man, and he just needs his confidence back.
Okay. Manchester United, as we all know, got that crucial win against Liverpool on Monday night at the Theatre of Dreams. Do you really see Manchester United crawling up from that position that they are right now? They have 3 points. They're above Liverpool. They have more points than Liverpool. They will get little confidence back. Rashford has started scoring again after that goal. They had positives in my last year playing, and I really saw a different Martinez in that game. He looks good. Varane, is back in the team, and Harry Maguire straight to the bench. And Casemiro should be coming in from Real Madrid. What do you think? How do you see Manchester United playing?
The thing is, though,
from
the Man
now
U
on?
team. The thing is, the Man U team has never been bad. They've always had good players. They just seem to have a good coach. They'll be all right. I still think there's still a lot of problems there. So,
Okay.
Europe. I don't know about Champions League. Their team's not settled yet. It's going to take a while.
But do you rate Ten Hag? Do you rate him?
I like his style of football. I don't know how he's going to cope in the Premier League because it's different to Dutch football. When you're at Ajax or PSV, you're always going to be up there doing well because you're going to have the best players within your country. But you're in the Premiership now, isn't it? So it's a bit harder. You've got Man City, you've got Liverpool, you've got Chelsea. They spend money. And Man U was the only team that used to spend crazy money back in the day.
Crazy money, back in the day.
They still do. Yeah. They still do. They still spend it, but they didn't have competition like that. But
they've spent up to £1 billion on players.
I know. Since Alex Ferguson left.
£1 billion, man. That's big. So when I see Manchester United fans raising placards and want the Glazers out, and I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah, it's
asking
crazy.
questions. How has these owners bought players worth £1 billion and you want them out? Well,
You know
the
why,
question is out there for Manchester
know why?
United fans to answer.
No, the reason for that is
Yeah, I
because
know.
they're
Yeah, you're
saying
putting
they're not
bankers
spending their
and
own.
whatever
Yeah,
in footballing positions.
yeah, and they're not spending their own money. They're spending the club profits. So yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah, that's another thing. So, what do you say? Manchester United goes uptown to Southampton. What do you think would be the scores of that game at the end of the day?
I think it's going to be a draw.
And
I think
it's
Southampton
it's
ain't
tea
too bad.
time. It's opening in tea time, so it's going to
I
be
think it could be a 2-2 draw.
14:30.
Maybe a 2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. Okay. That's decent. Brentford against Everton. Brentford at home.
I would say Brentford are going to win maybe a 3-1 or so. Brentford are a decent team. Everton are in problems. They ain't got a striker neither. And if they sell Gordon,
it's over, right? It's over,
they struggled
right?
last year and they don't seem to be strengthening their team. So I don't know.
And this season I think they're kind of like using Gray as a false nine these days. I don't know.
He's a good player though. He scored a good goal against Arsenal as well. Good player, man. I don't remember that. Come on, it was a good goal.
Are you serious?
Nah, it was a good goal. It was that the winner?
Yeah, no. But seriously, that was a good goal, man.
Yeah,
that was a good goal. Brighton against Leeds.
I'll go
What
Brighton.
do you think?
I'll go Brighton.
Mind you, Brighton are just coming, off from that 2-0 win against West Ham.
West Ham, they're a good team. They're a good passing team. They're a good team. I'll go Brighton to win. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know why teams are not in for Trossard. I don't know why.
That's true.
He's a good guy.
Player. Where's he from? Is he from Belgium?
He's from Belgium.
Yeah, he's a good player. Good player.
I don't know why. He's a decent striker.
And Man City would snap him up soon. He's a Man City type player.
He's a decent striker. Why isn't Everton, in for that guy? They have money.
Do you think he would leave Brighton, good footballing team, to go to Everton?
No, but at least for money.
No way.
Because Everton have that sweet cheese from Richarlison sales.
But they're not. That team's not good. That team is shocking. That team reminds me of Tottenham in the 90s. They're horrible. They remind me of Tottenham in the 90s. Like, what the heck? You're fighting relegation for these couple seasons.
A lot of the United family says, I think a 2-1 win in favor of United in their game against Southampton, but a very close game. Okay,
I think Southampton always turn up for Man U. Especially in the seminaries.
They'll turn up. I really think so. But let's see what's going to happen. Chelsea are at home to Leicester. They're without Koulibaly. Sterling isn't shooting either. Isn't getting his goals either.
Chelsea win.
Pulisic. Kovacic.
Chelsea win maybe a 3-0. Maybe a 3-0 Chelsea. They have to win that game. They need a reaction. They're going to win that game. No matter what. They're going to win about a 3-0. Leicester are in problems.
So you really see this Chelsea team getting something out of that game?
Yeah. They have to win. They have to win.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. I have my doubts about that because
Leicester no, they're in problems, Leicester, because Tielemans wants to go and so does Fofana. There's a lot of, and they haven't bought no players. That's the only. I don't think they bought one player
at all. They've not.
No, I don't think they have.
But for some reason, they've been able to, get hold of their players. I'm still surprised that Tielemans hasn't left to Arsenal or to some other team yet. I'm still surprised they were able to keep Iheanacho. I'm still surprised that James Maddison is still in that team. Because
Maddison's decent. Iheanacho is not good. He's not. Well, I don't rate it.
But for some reason, they've been able to keep that team intact. I'm surprised about that.
Maybe against the players' will, like we did with Kane. But hey, don't sign long-term contracts.
Well, let's see about that. Liverpool faces Bournemouth. What do you think?
Liverpool's gonna smash them. I'm telling you, Liverpool's going to be the next one. They're going to
Man,
smash them to
man,
pieces.
you have to be careful with the way you
Bournemouth.
say this smash. I'm telling
All
you,
right,
man.
about a 4 or 5 nil. Bournemouth ain't good. Bournemouth are not good. Let's not get it twisted. Name me 2 players in the Bournemouth team. Don't Google it. Name me 2 players in the Bournemouth team. You see?
Adams. No,
Who else?
Adams.
Who else?
No,
See? Yeah. I'm still
yeah,
searching as well. Exactly. That's my point. Then
who cares?
and Arsenal fans again. You see? That's why Jesus ran. That's why Jesus ran through about 10 man. That's why. No one knows it.
Okay, no problem. Hey, Michael Harris. Hey, you're welcome to the show. We hardly have you here, but you're welcome to the show, Mike. He's a very, very, very lovely Arsenal fan, a great guy.
Tony,
Evening, gents.
Tony, I just need to mention my computer might pass out in about 5 seconds. Not about 5 minutes. It's on.
Yes, yeah, we're rounding up the show.
Okay,
we're rounding up the show quite soon. One game at a time. Yes, we're fortunate. Mike, say something here. One game at a time. Yes, we're fortunate that Edward and Eze missed chances at Palace, but same way Wolves should have taken their chances versus Spurs. I'm just happy our squad depth is deeper than what it was.
I agree with that statement. I agree.
Okay, quickly. Yeah. Manchester City versus Crystal Palace.
Man City is going to win, but if Zaha has one of his moments, Crystal Palace could beat City. I'm going to go with City win, but Zaha might do a madness because he can do a madness. Because Man City are going to push like their whole team up, even their goalie, and Zaha could just run past everyone and score. So I'll go for maybe a 3-1 City, but if Palace won 1-0, but if Palace won 1-0, it wouldn't surprise me. I can see them doing that. Yeah.
And for the last one, the one you will hate to predict, Arsenal versus Fulham.
Do you see what I'm saying? You lot are going to go like 12, 15 points ahead because you played no one in it. So
Fulham, but Fulham have they've gotten decent results, man.
Against who?
You have to.
Who did they beat? Brentford. Who else? Oh, they
drew against Liverpool.
That was the first game of the season. Remember what I said? Okay. These teams play good for 10 games. Then you're going to see Fulham start to dive down into Division 5.
Man, I like your vibes, brother. I need to bring you back to this show. We have to run this back, man.
You're going to win about. You might win about 8-0. You're going to win about 8-0 or something. 8 or 9-0. It's only Fulham. Then you're going to say, look at the goal difference from last year. I'm like, yeah, you played.
Okay, let's just round up so that your computer doesn't go off.
Mike, what? Sorry, God.
Yeah. A lot of the United family says they have a good squad, but if they don't get in new signings, it will be a very, very long season. Yeah. Yeah, and the last one, Philip, Billing, and Dominic Solanke.
That's Bournemouth
for Bournemouth. So he's giving it to you. He's giving it to you.
Put my name on there as well. Who are they, man?
Hey, man, Marlon, thanks for gracing the show today, man. This was see, man. You brought energy.
I'm just being troublesome.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. You brought the energy one. You brought the smiles. Man, they freaking love you on the show, man. Everyone is just bigging you up around here. We want you to come around here, man. Make this your home too, just like Deji.
Yeah, definitely.
Although we'll have to create a separate show for you because Deji takes the cake in the Minority Report. He is part of this,
Deji's wild.
Yeah, Deji. Yeah,
that's why you have to. That's why you have to listen to him and his wild comments. I told you, he will say something, and I'm
with his wild comments.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Yeah, so Deji owns the Minority Report. So I will have to have you, on Real Talk.
I'll do. Yeah,
we can make that our show together.
Yeah.
So now I have your contact. We could just set it rolling and have you most times in the show. Marlon, thank you for coming here. Please, can you tell the fans that you're going to come around?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just commit yourself. Okay, good.
I'll definitely
good.
I'll definitely
Please, everyone. Marlon Bashment is also he's on Twitter. Please. After the show, I'm gonna put his initials. Actually, his name right here, right now, is the same name he uses on Twitter. Please go wherever he is, both on Instagram all of you go there and add him up. He might be coming up with his own channel. I don't know, quite soon. If he gives me that information, I'll let you guys know. So please go add Malum Bashment. He's on Instagram. He's also on Twitter. Please go add him and show him great support. Of course, he's a sports fan,
Thank you.
but just show support to him. We love him already in the show. Tomorrow, I'm going to be having Mo, from Never a Foul Football. He's going to be gracing the show by 7 to 8 p.m. I'm going to be having a double header tomorrow. He's an Italian Serie A professional, but he also discusses more about the Premiership also. He will be on the show tomorrow from 7 UK time to 8 p.m. UK time. And secondly, I'll be doing justice with Manchester United, Ola of the United family. He comes in here with his chest big because he just beat Liverpool on Monday. So we're going to see how we can compromise and get his head, to be a little bit level after that. So Ola from the Manchester United family will be here 8 to 9 p.m. UK time, and I'll be with Mo from 7 to 8 p.m. Marlon, I'll let you do the honors of saying goodbye and, or whatnot.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Tony, and thanks for the guest for having me. Even though I'm a bit of a troublesome guy. So it's all fun.
Yeah.
It's just all banter, but yeah.
Yeah, it's all banner, man. We love you
Thanks for
here,
having
man.
me.
We love you, man. Definitely, guys, I would bring him back. So because we have to run this back. We have to run this back. All right, man. Take care of yourself, Marlon, and please be
Take care.
safe and greetings to the family.